arrived here, but I got here, that's okay. Let's start. Gonna do some speaking, some speech. And it's a great pleasure to be here again to celebrate and express our gratitude for another year of successful business with our partners. This is BioArt's 10th consecutive participation in the ATS, and we have an extra reason to celebrate. This year, BioArt completes 40 years of its foundation. Thank you very much indeed for the presence of you all and for making this event more joyful and meaningful. We are very happy to be able to share this special moment with you. We are missing the presence of our colleague and friend Santiago from COA Company and want to express our sincere feelings of condolences to COA family. Sorry, Joaquin from the family here. Indeed, he was very dear to us. This year, I want to do a slightly different speech, hopefully short, as you know that I like to talk a lot. And rather than speak sales statistics, about sales statistics, numbers, business strategies, innovation, etc., I want to take the opportunity of the BioArt 4th anniversary to talk about its history. Not only what happened in the stage, but something that goes behind the scenery or in the backstage. What I want to talk here is something that I lived, not something that someone told me. Although the company was officially registered in 1977, all started in 1976 with the vision and entrepreneurship of a very simple man, Mr. Germano José Piscin. When motivated by his dental surgeon friend, saw on the articulator a great opportunity to start its own business. As all the new business, or most of them, at the beginning was very tough. Mr. Germano had a family with 4 little children to support. So he had to believe in his project and look for financial loan and the bank. It was long years of insecurities and uncertainties, which demanded a lot of determination and perseverance from Mr. Germano. At this stage, his wife, Mrs. Maria José Piscin, played an important role in the scenery, and despite of all the uncertainties, granted her support and love to Mr. Germano and family. At that time, she was a school teacher, and it was with her humble salary that the family was fed, while Mr. Germano's incomes was for paying the company liabilities. That period was really very tough. On one hand, we had Mrs. Maria José, who was working hard at the school and at home to take care of all the family. On the other hand, Mr. Germano was working long hours per day with short hours of sleep to be able to run the company, as he had a shortage of employees and was the shop floor, purchaser, financial, sales and after-sales man at the same time. He played multiple roles in the company. Here I want to open an parenthesis to remind the time that Mr. Germano, although with lack of time, used to get his small black case, which still exists and is still being used up to nowadays, with his tools to provide after-sales support in the field, showing right from the beginning the importance of the customer care and satisfaction. He always praised for quality and always listening what the customer had to say, seeking for continuous improvement and innovation. With these values at the forefront, added with his principles of ethics integrity, and honesty, plus his determination and perseverance, slowly the company was growing, overcoming the difficulties and obstacles, and grinding the new challenges to achieve what is today. An international company, leader in manufacturing of semi-adjustable articulators with almost 400,000 units sold in more than 70 countries, in every continent and worldwide. Top 3 for vacuum form machine. The prestige of BioArt was highlighted in 2014 when the company was the prize winner of the Apex Brazil Award for Excellence in Exporting. At this point, I want to thank you everyone who was and still is part of our history. We recognize and are very grateful for your trust and invaluable contribution to the success of BioArt. I wish that Mr. Germano and Mrs. Maria José were here to celebrate with us this special moment. But I'm sure that they will be proud to know that their teachings and beyond of that, examples are a legacy for us up to nowadays and so on. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Last but not least, I want to remind the greatest lesson granted by my parents, the faith in God. So now, I want to say thanks to God for guiding us in the right way, for granting us the necessary strength and perseverance, for all the love and despite of any religion or belief, for making us a member of a big family. Praise be to God. That's it. Cheers for everybody. Now, just before finishing and returning to the part, I would like another few minutes of your attention to announce the winner of 6th BioArt Award of Excellence for Excellence in International Trade. It's an opportunity to remind that the criteria for the decision is based on the sales growth figures of the last 2 years compared to the previous years, considering the market potential, the good relationship, and the longevity of the business. Before calling the great winner, this year we have a special thing. We would like to honor a revelation distributor. We didn't have that before. A special business partner that, despite of not being the great winner, its performance stood out in 2016. He is a young man who believed in BioArt and with a lot of energy, hard work, and determination, faced a strong local competitor in a European country, and with 2 years of work, gained a great market share, the majority of the dental school for the articulator, and made the BioArt brand be well positioned in the market. The country that I'm talking about is France. The company is Questa, and the young man is Canton Sanz. So I invite Mr. Canton to come here to receive the deserved compliment. I know this is a surprise, but you have to talk.
So, thank you everybody. As you say, Isabel, I'm very happy to be here among the BioArt worldwide family. So thank you everybody, thank you Isabel, thank you Douglas and Andre for your help, and thank you to my team. Thank you very much. Thank you.
let's announce the great winner of the 6th BioArt Award for Excellence in International Trade. The business partnership between BioArt and this company started 5 years ago. This company stood out for the sales of the vacuum form machine, Plastivac P7, and sheets in a market with a lot of competitors from Europe, North America, and Asia. The sales increased 71% in the last 2 years, reaching the number of 384 machines sold out in 2016. The country is Italy, and the company is IDS SPA. So I invite Mr. Raffaele Piccarelli to come and receive the trophy and the honor tribute for IDS. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I always heard that the Italian people like to talk, but in this case, everyone's a bit shy. Okay, now we can enjoy the party and have some meal and sing and dance, whatever you want to do. Thank you for your time.